You talk a lot about our algorithms being very subjective, and we can create these algorithms, and sometimes there's stuff that just kind of gets funneled to us. But I will admit that my algorithm is very specific. There's a lot of cats and dogs in there because for the, just I need the laughter and I need just, the good heartfelt moments. There's a lot of travel because I'm constantly thinking about where I want to go next and what part of the world, part of the globe I need to see. There's a lot of women empowerment stuff. But a lot of times when you do have the women empowerment part of your algorithm, a lot of the other side is going to filter itself in. And that's the gender war-y, masculinity versus femininity, whole rhetoric and stuff like that. And it does start to, kind of have an effect on you. I guess it's not that I don't believe that there is a huge swath of the male population that is interested in growth and evolution and their mental health. I absolutely believe that. I think that the ones that aren't, I think that the manosphere, red pill nation podcast bros, I think that they are so much louder.
But that's the loud minority a lot of times.
And then when you see the comments, well, not only that, I mean, when you read cases like Giselle Pellicot, the woman in France.
Oh, yeah.
Whose husband was basically renting out her body for about 10 years and drugging her in the process to where she didn't even know what was happening to her. And then this became like this massive case in France, and 51 men saw some kind of level of prosecution, but it was up to 80 men that had participated in this. And
you think that means something, what you're saying? Did you just say you used that case as a thing to support your idea about men in like red pill manosphere stuff? Where in manosphere or red pill do they say anything like what that case is happening? Telling y'all, if y'all look at her glasses, they all match. They all wear the same type of glasses. If you see them glasses, be warned, because birds of a feather. You know what's sad? I know there's women out there who wear those type of glasses and they're not nuts, but there's a lot of nuts wearing, there's a lot of nuts out here wearing those glasses. She just tried to use that case as a way of somewhat generalizing men. Think about how destructive and how insane that was that she just said.
And they were doctors, lawyers, grandfathers, fathers, brothers. They were all, pillars of society and members of society, professional, et cetera, et cetera.
But they was buying. The problem
they were not buying. They were graping.
But wasn't he selling her? I thought he was her husband or something.
She was unconscious.
Oh,
he was drugging her.
Got you.
And renting out her body.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
That was wild. And so when you hear things about that, when you see the swath of men from all walks of life participating in something like that, when you hear about this group chat of like 72,000 men sharing pictures of their wives and girlfriends in an intimate manner and exchanging stories as to how to manipulate women and drug them and take advantage of them. And I mean,
listen, there's some men that you trust to bear more.
Well, no, wait, first off, before Charlamagne said what he said, 72,000 is not a lot. 72,000 compared to how many men there is in this country. That's not a lot. All right, I'm triggered already. So let's just see how far this rabbit hole goes.
I was arguing about the bear or the man. Whatever. There's something
if you ran into a strange man or a bear in the woods, who would you choose? 98% of women chose the bear, and men lost their ever-loving minds.
I mean, because it was a very ridiculous thing. But I understand why women could feel that.
Here's the thing. If the bear kills me, that's fine. At least he didn't grape me. At least he didn't sexually assault me. At least he didn't violate my corpse.
But what if that guy is running from the bear too, and the guy's trying to? And
it's entirely possible. And I want men to really truly understand.
No, hold up. My fault. I didn't pause it at the right time. I apologize. She just said that any man that wants to cause harm to a lady is going to grape them. Think about that. What she just says that if we're in the woods, and let's say you got on, if she got on expensive stuff, I want to, take your jewelry off and run me your pockets. And oh yeah, get naked. And she wondered that's why they kicked her ass off. That's why she got kicked to the curb, because she's crazy.
Understand why women have no choice but to be fearful. You have 4 daughters.
Absolutely.
What does that mean?
I need to know what, and one of them, your oldest is, I believe, 17.
17.
Let
me ask you a question. Have you had more positive experiences with men than negative?
She's being disingenuous. There'll be no way if she only had negative experience, if she had majority of negative experiences with men, she would not be in that room with you. There'll be like a security guard holding her by her head saying, and it's a guy, so it had to be like 5 security guard women holding her saying, get away. That's how retarded this is, that she got to think about this. She got to actually think that, oh man, it might have been 50-50 amount of men who actually I had negative experiences with than positive. Every guy she crossed paths with, 1 out of 2 is gonna her over. That's what she's pretending right now.
That's an interesting question. I have had extraordinarily fulfilling and have fulfilling platonic relationships with men. Absolutely. So, I have had not the greatest personal romantic relationships with men.
So
that's
based off that, you know that all men aren't terrible human beings.
I do know that. However, I will say this. You want to know one of the reasons why women watch all that murder, death, kill stuff, all the serial killer stuff? Because we're trying to understand what threat looks like. Because usually it's presented as somebody who's very, very normal. The BTK killer.
Oh, if that's the case, explain, why do they watch reality TV? Why do they watch destructive women run around? Well, women don't want to accept this. Women are attracted to chaos. They're attracted to chaos, like them glasses. My apologies to any woman that wear those glasses that this just hit, but whatever. Women are attracted to actual chaos. Like when is going crazy, they immediately have to see what's happening and observe it. I'm sorry, that's just what it is. Attracted to chaos. We're trying to find out what our threats is. Stupid.
Dennis Rader, he was a pillar of his community. He was an active member of his church. John Wayne Gacy, same thing. Like the evil.
But why they don't ever do the positive stories? Meaning, like, because all of this, I'm not saying it's not true, because it's definitely true, but propaganda works both ways. Mm-hmm. If there was a network that showed us, these great men who did right by women and, protected women and held women down, your perspective wouldn't lean so much to, men ain't I gotta go with the bear.
No, trust me. I place in my algorithm men that I know there's a guy named Will Hitchens online. There is this podcast. It's these 4 young Black boys. I can't remember what the podcast is called right now, but I mean.
Oh, you're talking about.
It starts with a J.
Jamming or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, they're from Chicago, I think.
I love them. Mm-hmm. I love them because it's just, they take men and brosphere and red pillars to task, and their rhetoric is so respectful towards women, and they just have so much common sense for being so young. So I follow them. I follow Deontay Kyle. I definitely have an algorithm full of men that.
It sounds like you got a bunch of people who will not say anything about women. What I'm hearing right now is a bunch of guys who won't say anything about women. That's what you just said. If women have to step up to the front of the classroom for you to criticize now, they won't do it. That's why you like them.
That are allies to women. But I will also find myself in the comment section of certain things, and it's just it's very polarizing, and it pulls you. And especially You know, I mean, I've had my own experiences
Because you're attracted to
of being
chaos.
around a certain type of a certain group of men who exhibit groupthink, and that groupthink tends to lean very misogynistically. So it has an effect on you, you know, as somebody who's just kind of like absorbing it simply just because I'm a woman and I'm the woman in the room kind of thing. It's just
I listen.
She's talking about Joe Budden podcast. Did you just say that the guys on the Joe Budden podcast are misogynistic? That's what it sounded like you just said. Now, y'all, I might be wrong. Don't think I am. I might be wrong. But what other place was she just sitting in a room around a group of men taking in what they're saying? That sounds like the Joe Budden podcast. It's a good thing they kicked you off. Good thing. Didn't she try to sue them or something? I don't know. I seen like it in in the YouTube streets. So allegedly,
that's ignorant.
in YouTube streets, did she try to sue them? Try to get some type of money out of this? Oh yeah, man. She is dangerous. This heifer with these teacher glasses are dangerous.
Are there boys out here? Yes, but I still believe in the circle of trust of humans, and I believe that the shooting percentage when it comes to the circle of trust of humans is still very, very high in spite of all the. What do I mean by that? We wake up every day, every single one of us, and we trust that we're not gonna go crazy. I don't know none of these people in this room, but one of these could go crazy and up the whole day for everybody. You could go to freaking Dunkin' Donuts and order a coffee, and it's that one person in the back who might decide, you know what, I'm gonna put some
Arsenic.
fentanyl or arson
Yeah.
in her car. You might get in the car with the Uber driver and that person decides to run off the road. My point is, we don't think about that type of stuff. You don't go into Dunkin' Donuts and think somebody's gonna put arson into your. You don't order the Uber and jump in the car and think this person's gonna run me off the highway. You don't walk in rooms with perfect strangers and be like, okay, you know, who's gonna be the person that shoots this up? So there's a circle of trust that exists amongst humans. And in spite of all of the we do pretty good.
I don't know if that's trust or that's just ignorance. I think that's a person who's just ignorant. It's like, Charlamagne, I think you're giving too much credit to an individual who is just, when it comes to observing and acknowledging things, it's not high. It's not high up there. Because I don't know what to say that if a person is ignorant to something, are they trusting you? I don't think they are. I think they just don't know what they're doing. Like her, I don't think she knows what she's doing. I think she enjoys the female empowerment rhetoric or whatever they call it. I don't know why I don't know words. I need to learn goddamn words. I think she enjoys that, and she's just gonna go with that until the wheels fall off because it benefits her. Because think about it, she was perfectly fine with using men in her beginnings of her career. Now that men don't actually just want Melyssa Ford being Melyssa Ford, which is being attractive around them. Now she jumped on to the next thing that benefits her. Men are bad men.
And making sure that all of us are safe and protected. So I can't base everything off, just the now. Do I, raise my daughters with that mentality? Yes, but I also let them know to be aware. Just like right now, I'm aware. I wouldn't walk in here with my own shooter if I wasn't aware. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the mentality you have to have. It's the reason we have life insurance. Like, you have to be prepared. You don't want these things to happen, and you're not even expecting these things to happen. You're just, I guess, prepared if they do. But imagine if we had to wake up every day and just not trust anybody.
I mean, that would be really isolating. But
you're kind of doing that with the men.
No.
You started it off by saying, niggas, get money. That's basically what you said. You was like, I don't want to be with nobody.
No, it's not that. I'll be completely honest. It has nothing to do with me not wanting to be with anybody right now at this particular stage of my life because of this massive career transition and spiritual transition. I'm having what I now understand is a spiritual awakening. And it has been so powerful that I don't think anybody needs to be there at this moment. I need to be here with myself.
Got you.
And integrating everything that I've learned, in a very short amount of time, especially at the retreat that I went to in Mexico. I'm at a point in my life where so much new information is being downloaded from source. I don't have anything to give to anybody right now because I'm still receiving.
I understand.
And that's literally it. Like, do I have...
Then why are you on a podcast? You should go in a dark corner, and keep learning. Boop. Keep learning. What are you talking about? Say, I ain't got nothing to give to nobody while I am continuously giving to people right now information. Even though the information you're saying that it's so biased. It's disgustingly biased. Information about the men, they're bad people. There's bad people in this world. Seems like it's crazy how you just always mistakenly not bring up the bad women in this world. It's crazy how she do that. That's the only reason why she get put. People would not give pushback to Melyssa Ford. If she said this, there's a lot of bad men out here and there's a lot of bad women out here. If you just kept going being a straight shooter, I don't know how much pushback you would get because you're not a feminist then. Now you're just a realist. Men and women are selfish in this world. There's bad men, there's bad women. If you just kept doing it straight down the middle, now nobody would listen to you because you just sound like you're just saying the obvious. She should go sit down. That's what she should do.
Hope or a belief that there's the imperfectly perfect one out there for me. The source knows. I don't. I trust that they've got my best interests. But I don't think that I put a whole lot of importance on that. And I'll tell you why. I think that after a certain age, read perimenopause, women start to really take stock of their life. And I think also in this decade of life, the 40s, you really start to think about the meaning of life and also how meaningful your life is, and changes that you want to make, because also you're thinking about legacy and, and just what impact or what what mark you want to leave on people, the world, whatever the case is. But I think what also happens to women at this point in time, because we are conditioned to be such people pleasers, and conditioned to center men, everything else about our lives is accessory. The goal is to get a man, get claimed by a man. And by the time you hit this decade of life, women start looking around and be like, what did that get me? And not to say that there's not women.
Nigga, you ain't got a guy. That's why you're saying, what did this get you? If you had a person, what did this get me? It got you kids. Oh, little babies. And that's what happens. This nigga is drunk. She's been drinking alcohol. That was a layup of a rebuttal that happened. I was like, what did this get me? You got kids. You have a husband. 2 things that you want. You got 2. There's other things you're talking about with legacy and all that. Yeah. You do know your children, your legacy, right? Sure, yeah, go ahead, Melyssa, write a book. Go ahead and do it. Ask Charlamagne, ask him, do he care more about his book or do he care more about his kids? Let that sizzle.
Women who are like in very happy relationships and happy marriages and stuff like that, I'm pushing that aside. Let's just say that you're in my particular situation, or let's just say that you've been in a long-term marriage and haven't been happy for a really, really long time, and you think that the best thing would be to split apart.
Oh my God.
Women in this decade, we start to really kind of analyze, what does life look like when we decenter men? And I want men to understand that
they become so selfish, it's disgusting. Let that sizzle in your spirit. When women start to not pay attention to a guy, aka they don't even really pay attention to having children, they start becoming so selfish. It's disgusting. She act like men aren't conditioned to take care of women. I say society conditioned women to take care of men and children. Society have conditioned men to actually get deleted for women and children. You take care of them, I face deletion. You get picked at as a man if you don't get deleted, but your children and your wife is. Oh, they're gone. They're gone. Why are you still alive? If a lady children gets deleted and she's alive, you tell me who picks at her. I hate her and I hate them boots that she got on. I know why they got. I would have kicked her to the curb too.
That does not mean that we don't love you or want to have you in our lives, but it's just this, it's radical self-acceptance. And the world and society teaches women to never accept yourself, that there's always room for improvement. That's why the self-help section of bookstores are mainly geared towards us. For you guys, it's get rich, get fit, for the most part. But for us, it's like, you're imperfect, change everything.
You know what's so crazy? I know so many men that are in their 40s right now who sound just like that. Like literally, like they want to be, they want a wife. Like they want to have kids. Like they're looking at, you know, somebody like myself or somebody like Andrew, and they're like, damn, and I shouldn't even have said that because it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like friends of ours that are like, they want to be married, they want to have kids, they want to have the family. And I know a lot of guys that are like that in this moment. So I think that society would be a better place if men would express that.
I think
you know what
so
I'm saying?
too.
If men would talk about how, you know, man, I don't want to be 45 years old, 46, 47 years old and not have a woman and not have a family. Like I want that. I think if men would have that conversation, men and women would stop missing each other. Because trust me, am I judgmental? Yeah, I'm the judgmental person that looks at a man and be like, why you ain't got no kids, bro? Why you ain't married at 40-something years old? Like, why, you know what I'm saying? You 50-something.
But are you okay with the fact that some people this isn't that, it's not that lifetime for marriage and kids?
What?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm just saying, you know, I'm the judgmental church lady. I'm
gonna let you know right now, she just ignored the fact that he was just speaking about men and she just projected herself. That's all she just did. She can't stop herself. This heifer is crazy. Big screen. Like, this heifer is actually nuts. Now, y'all can go finish the video. It's on her page. Her page. Can you just accept that there's some people who don't want this? I have no choice but to accept it. I have no choice. But guess what? I'm still judging you. If you're a lady, I don't need to explain this. This heifer clearly shows that she's depressed. Every second she gets, she tries to defend the bear versus the man thing. How long ago has this been and she still's running around saying this thing? I feel like she stepped into a conversation where she was like, damn it, I shouldn't have did this. But now she's gonna try to overcorrect other women who get demolished in this conversation. They ain't just stop speaking. She just keep popping back up. Like that game, like whack-a-mole, she just keeps popping right back up. Men are evil. Men are demons. That's what she is. I can't stand her or her funky glasses. Now, don't forget, in this video that y'all just watched, she's the same person. She has said that the bear thing, at least if I'm in the woods with a bear, the bear is not gonna grape me. So it's crazy. It's just a random man. She said, if you see a stranger, it's more likely he wants to take your cookies instead of robbing you. She is a crazy feminist. She's running around trying to make people believe that this is gonna happen. So let's do something about something that didn't happen. Based off her logic, we should treat any lady that want marriage as a thing that she's trying. She's trying to take half my things. You want marriage? Yeah, like on paper? Yeah, you want to rob me. I know you do. You want the government to be the one to do the job because you ain't got the balls to do it. Y'all want y'all go finish this video. Melyssa Ford, good thing, if they would have kept her there, the longer she stayed, the longer she was gonna try to find some way to sue them. There was a room full of misogynists. What? I hope she ain't calling that Mark Lamont guy a misogynist. That guy, he almost cried on Piers Morgan thing. Come on.
Oh, that dude, baby.